Chris, we're gonna go shoot the latest episode of the Heavenly 80s. Let's go take our seats.
Where should we take them?
Inside the house, to the basement. That's where we do the show.
You serious?
Yeah, serious.
It's pretty heavy.
You asked.
Okay. Let's go back to the show! Why don't we just use these chairs?
Oh. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Okay.
Put it back.
Hey, everybody.
It's been a very, very long time.
Yes, welcome back to...
Ladies.
It's the summertime.
Summer. And today, this show is about me and Daddy doing, we do movie reviews and talk about funny questions, and yeah.
But 80s movies, right? We ask and answer questions about our favorite 80s movies. And since it's the summer, we thought we would talk about one of our favorite summer movies.
Summer School!
Summer School, the 1987 classic comedy directed by Carl Reiner, one of my favorite 80s comedy movies. I showed it to you for the first time a couple years ago, and you loved it. And as soon as school was over this year, that's what you asked to do, was to watch Summer School, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about Summer School?
It's just so funny. I love those two koala dudes, you know?
Chainsaw and Larry.
Yeah, they're so funny. Where should we take our seats? Yeah.
What's Summer School about?
Summer School is about a bunch of a class that did not do good in school, and they need a teacher for summer school. So the principal asked for the gym teacher, Mr. Shoop.
Freddie Shoop, played by Mark Harmon. Yeah.
Yes, and we've seen him in a lot of movies,
I can't think of what you've seen him in.
I feel like I saw him in a movie.
Well, who's the girl in the movie? It's Kirstie Alley. Where's she from?
Cheers.
Cheers is Rebecca Howe. Yeah, I think she got Rebecca the job in part because of how funny she was in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you touched on it. Group of kind of derelict students need a summer school teacher. Nobody wants to do it, so they tap the gym teacher. He doesn't really want to do it. He doesn't want to teach them. They don't want to be taught. Yeah. They goof off for most of the summer. Hilarity ensues. Really funny stuff.
Oh, I'm not a real teacher. That's all right. These aren't real students. They're unmotivated, irresponsible, not too bright. They'll relate to you.
What were some great scenes? The party that they had, yeah. Right? Where they set his couch on fire.
And they use a fish.
They douse it with fish and beer. Chainsaw and Larry love horror movies, right? So they freak people out by doing horror effects.
Like the bunnies?
Yeah, the bunny was eating his face. And they have and I just heard today, I was watching something about it, that Rick Baker, who's the most famous horror movie special effects guy, he did the special effects for the movie. So that's why they look so good. They were really good, yeah. And what else? My favorite part is when they get the exchange student and the girl. And as soon as she walks into the class, they kick the nerd out of his seat and they take his chair and give it to her. It's super funny.
Each other.
Yeah. So, great movie. And at the end of the movie, they take the test, right? So Shoop kind of gets serious, teaches them. They get better. They start to take it seriously. They take their tests, and most of them fail. But the point is, most of them, really all of them, did a lot better. They improved.
Yeah. And
so they were going to fire him, but then the guy who heads the school, I guess he was the superintendent, looks, and I looked it up, it says that the average score went from 63, no, they went from, let's see,
got a computer here.
It was 125% improvement in scores. And so even though most of them failed, his point was they got so much better, that's good teaching, right? But so the question is, was Freddie Shoop really a good teacher?
The students were very good. Well, remember when Mr. Freddie Shoop actually tried to teach them, but they had to give the students anything they want.
Yeah, they essentially negotiated and kind of bribed him. They said, "We'll let you teach. We'll listen to you, but only if you give us something."
There's room here to negotiate. What if you granted each one of us one wish?
What do you mean? Wish?
Like a favor? I mean, does anybody need anything?
And each student had something that they wanted. So what were some of the things?
So the girl that wasn't good at driving, Freddie Shoop taught him.
Driving lessons, yep.
And so also the nerd wanted to get invited to the party.
Right, Chainsaw and Larry wanted to throw a party
Yeah.
at his house. The nerd just wanted, his name was Eek, I think.
Yeah.
Eekian. He just wanted to be invited to the party. What else? There was your girlfriend, right?
Yes, my girlfriend.
Heavenly 80s fan, Shawnee Smith.
Yes.
Of Blob fame, who was also in this movie. She was pregnant and she needed a Lamaze coach, somebody to go with her to the pregnancy classes. There was a football player who needed a football coach.
Yes, you
Yep.
need to get back to the team.
Yes.
And also
The stripper, Larry,
Yeah.
what did he want?
He wanted more sleep.
Yes, he wanted a bed. And so I think they set up a cot in the classroom. And how about the girl, the exchange student?
She said she'd think about it, and her wish was to invite him for dinner.
No, that was the other girl. That was a girl. That was Pam, who was in love with Shoop.
Oh.
The exchange student didn't want anything, remember? So Dave and Larry took hers, and so they got an extra one, and that was showing Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the class, right? And they all watched it in the class. So a super funny movie. But at the end, they kind of buckle down. They start studying, right? And they take the tests. And so I've got their test scores. I listened to them. So the average score for the whole class was 63, which is failing. 70 is passing. Larry, the stripper, went from 18 to a 51, so he failed, but he went up a lot, right?
Yeah.
Rhonda, who was the pregnant girl, went from a 29 to a 43, but
She was in labor.
she went into labor, yeah, so she gets to take the test over again. That's the policy, it always has been. Ekian went from 51 to 74, so he passed.
Yeah.
That's the nerd. Denise was the one who didn't know how to drive. She never took the test to begin with, so she got a 38, but there's nothing to compare it to. That's terrible. So she didn't take it at first, and then she took it and she failed. Kevin, the football player, passed. He went from 48 to 75.
Yeah.
Chainsaw went from a 6. Chainsaw's the best character in the movie,
Yeah.
right? From a 6 to a 59.
He passed?
He failed. No. Dave passed. He went from a 26 to a 70. You passed? How could you pass? I'll take it again. I could fail. I know I could fail. Fantastic. Pam, who was the girl who was in love with him, played by Courtney Thorne Smith, went from a 53 to an 82.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was not the highest score. Who had the highest score?
The big guy,
Yeah, Jerome.
Jerome,
Yes.
who went in the bathroom.
Yes, he went to the bathroom in the first day of class, and he didn't come back out of the bathroom until the test. So he spent 6 weeks in the bathroom, and he got a 91. Yeah, but he made the point that the computer was wrong when it first graded him, and so he protested, and maybe he was telling the truth because he spent 6 weeks in the bathroom and he got a 91. Anyhow, so almost everybody who took the test originally did a lot better. So is that good teaching?
Well, the teacher made it really fun. but also some things they shouldn't do as teenagers. Like he went to jail for.
Yeah, they were drinking and
Yeah.
got arrested. Yeah.
And they when they went to a field trip and they was supposed to.
They went to like a theme park and they rode the roller coasters.
It was kind of the students' fault because
Yeah.
they said it's not like wrong or anything.
Yeah, they went to a petting zoo once. They went to a beach once. This was how they spent summer school. So you could understand why they loved him as a teacher, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like, who wouldn't want that guy as a teacher? But it doesn't. He wasn't really teaching most of the movie.
He was like having like fun teaching.
Yeah, but the scores did improve, and he did get better toward the end. There was that part where he talked to them about writing, and he Chainsaw had the glasses that broke, and he said if you write the company, you could get free glasses or something, and that seemed to get through to them. That was one way that he taught them something that they related to. So there were some good lessons in there, but he spent too much of the summer goofing off.
I like that when he like taught something, he explained it as like a actually like in a life thing.
Yeah.
But you can use in a life.
He related to them because they were slackers and he was kind of a slacker too. So I think they kind of looked up to him as a guy who liked relaxing on the beach, drinking, playing with his dog. So that is a good trait for a teacher, is be able to relate to your students, right? You don't want to come off as like better than them, above them. It's
Yeah.
like it's good if you feel like you're one of them. So there were things about him that made him a good teacher. And the test scores did improve a lot, right? But that's also because of a few people, right? So Pam going up to an 82, and maybe that was a little unfair because she lived with a guy, so she probably like had more time with him to learn and stuff. Ikian probably never should have failed because he was a nerd. He came from
Yeah.
the whole family. He probably just didn't take it seriously the first time. Kevin got a lot better, the football player.
Yeah.
And Dave got a lot better. So it got through to those people. But wasn't Dave the one, or was it Chainsaw, who at the end it was just C, 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 C?
Oh, I think that's the one with the brown hair.
With the hat backwards? Chainsaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, he failed. So that didn't work.
He was in the wall. She's just C.
Yeah. Yeah, so he did get better, but I thought it was bad that he let them. It was good that he related to them, but you can't let the class take control, right? I taught for a few years in college, and you gotta be like the boss, right? You gotta be the authority. And when he's like begging them, what can I do to you to let me teach you? And he takes all, basically has to bribe them, and I'll do this for you, and I'll teach you how to drive, and I'll take you to this. That's not good. You're the boss, like you gotta make it clear, but in his case,
It's your
if they failed,
responsibility.
he was in trouble too, because then he could get fired, so.
It's like his responsibility.
Yeah, sure. So, what do you think? Good teacher or bad teacher? Would you like to have him as your teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
I think he's a good teacher.
Yeah.
So, the thumbs up for me.
Okay. I say he improved as a teacher. He was a better teacher toward the end than he was at the beginning, but I still think he was a pretty bad teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so thumbs down for me.
Thumbs up.
All right. That was fun.
Oh, so I know. I have to leave. We're not gonna see you.
See you next summer.
See you next, winter. Okay, so I will see you next time at the Henley. It is. Before you go, subscribe that button.
You're out of practice.
Hit the notification, and don't forget, put the notifications, or you go summer school.
It's a school bell.
Okay, so see you later
On the
on the Henley.